A very good morning, children. In today's English language class, we shall take up verbs and the different kind of verbs. As you know, in the last video session or in the last video lesson, we were talking about the different parts of speeches, and then in the recent class we did in the parts of speech was the pronoun. Okay, a recap of what we did in the last class. Well, we studied about pronoun in the last class. A pronoun as an important part of speech. A pronoun is a part of speech that is used in place of a noun. Okay, and we also study about what the different types of pronoun, like the personal pronoun, possessive pronoun, interrogative pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, etc. Okay, now in today's class we shall exclusively focus only on the verbs and the different types of verbs. Okay, all right. Now first of all, what is a verb then? Well, a verb is that part of speech which shows an action or a state of being. Okay, in short, we also say a verb is a doing word. Right? Okay, what are the different types of verbs? What are the different types of verbs that we are going to see today then? Well, first is regular verbs, irregular verbs, linking verbs, transitive verbs, intransitive verbs, finite verb and non-finite verbs. So these are the list of verbs that we are going to see today. Okay, first is the first verb that we're going to talk about today is a regular verb. What is a regular verb then? Well, a regular verb is a verb, whose past tense and the past participle can be changed by adding d or ed towards the end of the word. Okay, all right. Like for example, let me take an example. Okay, a verb kick, K-I-C-K, kick. Okay, what is the past tense of kick? K-I-C-K-E-D, kicked. Past participle, K-I-C-K-E-D, kicked. So kick, kicked, kicked. Right? So this kind of verbs where you have made a new, where you have made a past tense and the past participle by adding d or ed is called a what? A regular verb. Okay? Let's try to put this verb in a sentence and see. For example, well, if I say Jack kicked the ball over the goalpost. Okay, Jack kicked the ball over the goalpost. What is the verb in this sentence? The verb is what? Kicked. Okay, and what kind of verb it is? It is a regular verb. Okay, why? Because this verb has been formed by adding ed towards the end of the word. Okay, so some of such regular verbs are, like as I said just now, kick, kicked, kicked, or play, played, played, or walk, walked, walked, roll, rolled, rolled. Right? So these are some list of regular verbs. Okay, now let's see what is irregular verbs then. Well, and irregular verbs are those verbs whose past tense and past participles are not formed by adding d or ed towards the end of the words. Okay, it is not formed. They complete when you change in such verbs where, since you are not adding d or ed in the towards the end of the verb when you're changing it, in such verbs even the spelling of the verb changes. Okay, like let's take an example of a verb eat. Okay, what is the past tense of eat? It is not eated, past participle eated. No, that's wrong, right? What is the past tense of eat? Ate, participle eaten, isn't it? So here in these words, you did not make these words by adding ed or d towards the end of the word. Okay, their form is completely different from the regular verbs. So such kind of verbs are called what? Irregular verbs, where even the spelling changes. Okay, let's say an example of those verbs in the sentence. Okay, first example, when I say John ate an ice cream. Now the word ate is the past tense of the verb eat, isn't it? Okay, so ate is what? Ate is a irregular verb, okay, which is not formed by adding d or ed. Understood? What is the participle of ate? Eat. Eaten, right? Okay, let's take an example, one more there. The entire box of pizza was eaten by the boy. Okay, the entire box of pizza was eaten by the boy. Now in this sentence, what is the verb? The verb is eaten and it is irregular verb. Okay, it is a past participle of the verb eat. Okay, which is not formed by adding ed towards the end of the word. So such kind of verbs are called what? Irregular verbs. Okay, let's see some list of irregular verbs then. Like for example, speak, spoke, spoken, or take, took, taken, or fly, flew, flown. Okay, so these are some list of irregular verbs. Right. Now let's see the next type of verb. The next type of verb is linking verb. Okay, linking verb. What is linking verb then? Well, a linking verb is a verb that links or connects the subject of the sentence with the noun or an adjective in the predicate. Now, I think the very first lesson that we learned in English language is a subject and predicate, right? Okay, every subject is made, every sentence, every complete sentence is made up of two parts, right? A subject and the predicate. Understood? Okay, so what is a linking verb? Well, a linking verb acts like a bridge. Linking verb acts like a bridge between the between the subject and the predicate. But a predicate also may contain a pronoun or a noun, isn't it? Okay, so what is a linking? A linking verb is a verb that links or connects the subject with the noun or pronoun in the predicate. Okay, in short, it acts like a bridge. It acts like a bridge between the subject and the predicate. Understood? Right. Okay. So, do we have an example here? Let's see. Yes, we have. Can you see the picture there? The children are so happy. Okay, the children are so happy there. Can you see them enjoying there? Okay, yeah. Right. The children are happy. Now, in this sentence, what is the verb? What is the verb there? The verb is are. A-R-E-R is the verb. What is the subject? The subject, look at the sentence. What is the subject? The subject is the children. Verb are. Okay? Happy is an adjective, isn't it? A describing word, adjective. So, the word are, A-R-E-R, is the linking verb. It is a linking verb which connects the subject. What is the subject there? Children, isn't it? Which connects the subject with the predicate here. The predicate is very short there. Only one adjective is there, right? So, with the help of this example, I am trying to explain you the meaning of linking verb. That a linking verb is a verb that connects the subject with the noun or an adjective or pronoun in the predicate. Okay? So, that's it. Alright. Now, let's switch on to next verb, and that is what? It is transitive verb. Okay, what is a transitive verb? Well, a verb that requires an object to complete its meaning. Okay, an object, a verb that requires an object to complete itself is called an transitive verb. Okay, usually this verb, what does a transitive verb do? What does a transitive verb do? In case of transitive verb, the verb, carries, or the verb transfers action. The verb, in case of transitive verb, the verb transfers the action from the subject to the object. What is the, when I say verb, it represents an action. Right. So what is a transitive verb? A transitive verb is a verb which requires what? Which requires an object to complete itself. Okay. I'll try to explain this particular definition with the help of an example. So see there. Okay. Right. See, Brianna baked a pizza. Brianna, a name of a girl, baked a pizza. Okay. Now in this sentence, the word baked is a what? The word baked is a transitive verb. Okay, because a transitive verb, what does a transitive verb do? A transitive okay, first of all, what is the subject in the sentence? The subject is what? Brianna, the one who is doing an action. Brianna. Okay, what is the verb? Verb is baked. What is an object? Object is a pizza. Right. Okay, so when I say Brianna baked a pizza, the word baked is a transitive verb. Why? Because here the verb is transferring the action from the subject to the object. Understood? So a transitive verb is a verb that requires what? An object to complete its meaning. Okay. Right. Now let's see the next type of verb, intransitive verb. What is an intransitive verb? Well, an intransitive verb is a verb that does not require an object to complete its meaning. Okay, it does not, what is a transitive verb? A verb which does not require a object to complete its self is called a intransitive verb. Okay, let's see an example. Okay, when I say he laughed, this sentence, though it is consists of two words, it's a complete sentence. Okay, see, you understand. When I say he laughed, you understand he laughed. Okay, what is the subject here? Subject is he. Verb is laughed. What is the object? Object is not there. Okay, so what is the verb in this sentence? As I said, subject. What is the subject? Subject is he. Okay, verb is laughed. And what kind of verb is laughed? Verb is intransitive. Why? Because it does not require the support of an object to complete itself. It is complete in itself. Okay, it doesn't require an object to complete its meaning. Understood? When I say, can we have one more example? Yes, we can. Look there. Sometimes, when I'm teaching this, lesson in the class regarding transitive verb and intransitive verb, like sentence, okay, let's go back to the same sentence, the boy laughed. I'll tell you a little bit of, let me clear the, doubts, because many children, what they do is that if they find one more word in, behind the verb, they say, why is this not a object? Why can't we take this an object? Well, I'll tell you why. See, in this sentence, as I said, he laughed. Laughed is a verb, right? And what kind of verb it is? It is a transitive verb. Oh, sorry, it is intransitive verb. Why intransitive? Because it does not require the support of an object to complete its meaning. When I say he laughed, you understand, right? Okay, I'll give you one more example. Have a quick look there. An old man walked in the garden. The old man walked in the garden. All right. When I say this, what is the subject here? The old man. Verb, walked. Okay. And what is in the garden then? Some children say, no, what is in the garden then? Well, as I said, subject is old man, verb is walked, and this particular word towards the end of the sentence, in the garden, it is not an object here. Okay, it is not an object. When I say the old man walked, that the walk does not require the support of an object to complete its meaning. The words which you see there, in the garden we see, that is a prepositional phrase. It is not the object here. Understood? So that please keep in mind. Okay. So because intransitive verb does not require it does not require the support of the object to complete its meaning. Okay. Well, then finite verbs. Okay, what are finite verbs then? Well, finite verbs are verbs that can be changed into other tenses. Okay, what are finite verbs? Finite verbs are verbs that can be changed into other tenses. Other tenses means present to past or past to present. Okay, like for example, when I say he takes my pen. When I say he takes my pen, what is the verb in this sentence? The verb is what? Takes, isn't it? So here the verb is takes. We can change the tense of this verb here, right? Like takes becomes what? Took, isn't it? Or it can also be taken in the participle, right? So when I change the sentence, he takes my pen, when I have to write in past tense, it becomes what? He took my pen, right? So the verb takes is a finite verb. Why? Because you can change the tense of the verb here. You can change the tense of the verb takes here. Okay. Right, like take becomes took, or if you have to make sentence in participle, it becomes taken. Okay. Now, Let's switch on to the next verb, that is what? Non-finite verb. No. Okay, let's see what are non-finite verbs then. Well, non-finite verbs are verbs, that cannot be changed into other tenses. Okay, let's see an example. With the help of an example, we will try to find out which are finite verbs, non-finite verbs. Okay, look at the first example. Well, he loves eating mangoes. The first illustration or picture can see he loves eating mangoes. If you see that sentence carefully, you will see that there are two verbs in that sentence, right? Two verbs. First is what? Loves, and second is eating. So when you try to change this sentence into past tense, how does it sound like? Well, it is he loved eating mangoes. He loves eating mangoes becomes what in past tense? He loved eating mangoes. Right? So, see, the first verb can be changed into past tense, isn't it? Loves became loved. So, that is a finite verb. Whereas eating does not change its form. Tense. It doesn't. It is what? In the first sentence, eating is a present continuous tense. In the second sentence, it is a past continuous tense, right? So tense is not changed, right? So the verbs whose tense cannot be changed is called non-finite verbs. So in one single sentence itself, we saw two types of verbs. So one is finite and the other one is non-finite. Okay. One more example. Let's see one more example. They wants to watch a movie. They wants to watch a movie. Okay. Now here also you can see two verbs there. Two verbs. First is once is a verb. Second is to watch. Okay, is a verb. There are two verbs here. So they wants to watch a movie is this sentence is in which tense? Simple present tense. Right. When you try to change it into past tense, simple past tense, how does it sound like? It sounds they wanted to watch a movie. They wanted to watch a movie. What did you notice here? You notice that the first verb once has become wanted. That means once has become wanted. So wanted, the first verb is a finite verb. Second verb, see, no changes, to watch. He wants to watch a movie. When you change, he wanted to watch a movie. So wanted is changed, to watch is not changed. So you have two verbs. First is what? The first one is what? A finite verb, and second one is a non-finite verb rather. Okay. Well, so so this is what we studied today, the verbs and the different kinds of verbs. All right. So in the next class, we shall deal with an adjective and different kinds of adjective. Till then, keep revising the lesson and kindly do the assignments that will be given up to you. And for that, don't forget to catch me up in WhatsApp, where I shall be giving you up more assignment on this particular lesson. Okay. Till then, keep revising and stay safe.